right. This is how bad it's gotten. It's gotten so bad that Jim is coming to us from where? Underground? Where the hell are you?
Oh my God.
Padres lose to the Marlins 3-0 tonight. This is going to be who
Oh,
knows? What are you doing
I
other
don't
than
know.
ruining the show?
I'm ruining the show.
Correct.
The Padres are ruining the show.
Dude, you are literally on the moon.
What? Hold on. Is this better? I'm like, hello, Clarice. Hello, Clarice.
No, it's not. I don't even know what's happening. Okay. Jim, where are you? Let's start there. Jim is where?
I'm in my car. There's a lot going on in my house. I need to move. But also it feels kind of perfect after this stupid 3-0 loss. Good effort, everybody.
Have we who's banning? Are you banning or is the
I'm not doing it.
moderator? You can't be banning.
I can't be. Whoever.
I mean, there was some. I don't know what's going on. There were some curses in the chat. We don't need to ban. We can do timeout first if anyone's banning. Okay. Jim's in his car. He has roommates. Dude, I don't know what to say. Let me say this about tonight. This is ridiculous. If you're here, subscribe. Okay.
AutoZone.
What the hell are you?
AutoZone. I'm in front of AutoZone.
Why don't you just go to the office?
It's a great idea.
I mean,
Too
why
late
don't
now.
you just go to the office? You should have gone to the office.
I should have gone to the office. I'm sorry.
It's fine. All right. So subscribe if we're here. Year-round content for Padres fans. This great content. You wouldn't want to miss it. So subscribe. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. This is at Jim Russell SD in a car. We appreciate the super chats. Great way to support the channel. What do you have, a flashlight now?
There's a car flying by.
Like the $ below the chat box if you want to contribute, if you want to support our work, if you want to get Jim into a home. And if you'd like to become a member, click the join button down below. You'll get emojis and badges. Here, I'm going to say it, okay?
Say it. Well, I'm in a car. Say it.
Because I don't even know if you've said what I'm about to say. And this is the first. You're going to be shocked when I say this. It's over.
Oh!
It's done. It's finished. I don't care about the math. It's done. It's done. It doesn't work. Just look at the team. I mean, it's been over, but for me to officially say it's over when I literally do a Padres channel, and I'm going to be doing this for the next 35 games with this dude in a car. But I can't lie. It's over. And I know it's only 5.5 games, but you're trailing everyone by 5.5 games. Arizona won, Cincinnati won. It's done. It's over. It's finished. It's been an awful year. There is no hope. There is no path. There is no scenario. I don't care what someone's going to tell you. It's done. It's finished. It was fun, except it wasn't. It's done. It's over. And it's done.
Okay.
And you can't win if you don't score. And they didn't score.
Well,
would you like to respond to what I just said?
Help me.
Where are you?
I'm in my car, dude. It's okay. I'm in the driveway of my place.
Okay.
Yeah. It's over. I mean,
6 games out. I apologize. There's 6 out.
I thought there were only 5.5. Oh, there's still 6?
Yeah, the math is a little screwy. What's happened is the Cubs and Diamondbacks are both tied for the last wild card. Yes, because the Arizona just passed San Francisco and Cincinnati. That's what just happened. Or just they won tonight.
Okay, it's over.
That's what you were waiting on.
It's done. A disastrous, pathetic season. I won't go full double clips on this team because it's not official yet. Because I'm in a car. But yeah, it was a pathetic season followed by just tonight, and I tweeted it, like, good effort, guys. Like, holy shit. Pathetic performance tonight. Once again. It's the same thing. If they win tomorrow and they win the series, cool. I'm done having any type of getting my hopes up for anything at all. You're playing this thing out. You're playing for stats, for individual stats, and it's done. Like, good night. Stick a fork in them. It's over. 2024. What that's now the topic.
The topic is, on what date does Washington pass San Diego in the wild card race? I mean, the Nationals are racing up the standings. They're like a game behind the Padres. I think it's a game and a half.
This is a good angle.
And the Padres postseason chances per Fangraphs, it doesn't even matter. I told you it's 0. Trust me. Fangraphs dropped it from 15 to 10. Okay? You literally look scary. What are you doing?
Help me.
Help me.
Help me. Help me. The Padres suck.
Can someone please contribute with like a $30,000 super? We'll get Jim a nice place. We will get him internet. We will get him microphones. We will get him nice wedding gifts. We will get him a honeymoon. We'll get him whatever he needs.
I am being held hostage by the fucking Padres. The 2023 Padres are holding me hostage. How bad do you want to kill me right now?
It's actually, I don't. I mean, I will later. I mean, this is just utterly ridiculous. All right, if you're here, subscribe.
Anybody watching this, I will be like shocked.
If anyone's watching this, they're watching.
Oh.
All right, here's the deal. If you're here, subscribe. Also, please subscribe to our brand new John and Jim channel, which is much less off the rails from this, by clicking the link in the description down below. We have much better Padres content on John and Jim, 3 to 6 every single day. Click that link in the description down below. We're going to get to the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. Thank you for your support of Jim's car. Andrew, thank you. He says, Jim, you and Aaron must make okay money. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Let's be honest. Aaron is like a professional. Jim's a quasi-professional. Get your own place. I get it. It's San Diego. It's expensive. You can afford your own place.
Yeah, John, it's called being under a lease. Have you heard of that
Break
before?
It.
Okay, yeah, just break the lease. Don't worry, our lease ends soon, and it will happen. This won't be happening next year.
Okay, great. We only have to put up with this for a year.
I mean, every year with me, it is something new. The internet, like randomness. Now at my new place, in my car.
But Andrew makes a good point.
I get it.
Aaron's like a real person with like
I know.
Somehow is marrying you. She's like stable, normal.
She is a legit professional.
Real person. I've met her. She's like an actual human.
She has a master's degree. She is smart, and she's a real professional person. Me, on the other hand, not so much.
Right, exactly.
It's actually kind of comfortable.
If you're just joining us, Jim's in his car.
I'm in my car. Help me.
Okay, let me get to another super. Joshua, thank you. Appreciate it. He says he feels so numb. Is this because of Jim? No, this is getting old. AJ has to go. I mean, let's talk about tonight for a second. Just seriously. 3 hits, 3 errors. Jesus Luzardo, by the way, has been good before. So this isn't just some rando, complete rando. But you saw his numbers coming in. Prior 3 starts, 0-3 and 11-6-8, 8 homers. In his prior 3 starts tonight, better than Cy Young. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Padres did nothing against this guy. Nothing.
Not
anything.
Like less than something, which is nothing.
Like it was terrible.
Horrible. This is the 11th shutout of the year for the Padres.
That's 1 every 10 games, basically. Maybe 11, something like that.
It was bad. Yeah.
I don't know if this is the last straw game, Joshua. It's a great point. They're all the straws are the last straw. Like they've played like this all year. To Jim's point, 11 times shutout with this team, this lineup.
It's just because of how mid everybody else is in front of this team. They're giving them this like false sense of hope.
It's over.
No, I know it is. I know it is. But
over.
Like up until this point, there was this false sense of hope. And guess what, John? In 2 weeks, when they're 4.5 back.
No, I'm not changing my opinion.
Okay. So no matter what, even if they end up getting,
even if they win the World Series, I'll be like, it's over because they won the World Series. The season's over.
We're doing wrap-up shows, and I'm still doing it from my car because I'm now homeless.
Right.
Like you're like, no, it's over. I'm like, dude, it's crazy. I'm at the parade. Like, no, it's over.
What parade?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I mean, Joshua, to your point, and I think it's fair, we'll have the conversation about what next the day the season ends. You could argue this is like the ceremonial ending of the season, getting shut out at home on bobblehead number 100 night in front of 1 million Padres fans. All they want to do is cheer. And they booed the team after the final out. It's like, we paid for that.
Thanks for the bobblehead. Go fuck off.
Gosh, at least Kim had a hit and then was caught stealing on a strikeout throwout double play.
Hey, at least everyone had fun tonight, right?
Dude, I mean,
at least everyone got their bobblehead.
I mean, whenever you have as many hits as errors, things have gone wrong. It hasn't gone right.
But John,
yeah.
Hold on. If this team is so good defensively and they try so hard on defense, shouldn't that translate to at the plate for hitting?
Well, no, it shouldn't because they're completely different skill sets. And by the way, their defense was, I know you're being, and by the way, their defense wasn't good. Yeah, great. Bogarts is making some plays trailing 3-0, but their defense wasn't good in this game. And their defense has been good, but they're completely, I mean, just because they can defend their position does not mean they can hit. Example number 1 billion in the minor leagues. Go find guys that can field but can't hit, guys that can run but can't hit, right? So that doesn't do anything for me. Iron Lung, thank you. GoFundMe to pay Jim's light bill. Go Braves. We appreciate Iron Lung. I don't know if it's going to pay Jim's light bill or not, but we do appreciate it. It's going to take a handful of these.
It will.
JD Gaucho, thank you. He says, help him Schaefer, Juan Kenobi. You are Jim's only hope. He has no hope, dude. Aaron's Jim's only hope, and let's hope that she gets married to him.
Yeah. If she's at the altar, it will be a big win for me.
It will. I'll be at the altar because I'm the officiant.
You will be at the altar, but if she shows up, massive dub for your boy.
Huge win.
Massive dub. Yeah.
Huge win.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, is this good? Okay. I mean, the Bogarts throw is bad. Catcher's interference, okay. But I mean, are we set? What's the point? I've said all year the Padres are a really good defensive team. I don't think tonight's the best example of it when you go back to that 3-run inning. I really don't. And by the way, Machado not playing is a problem. We can pretend like Hassan Kim is Manny Machado at third. He's not. Right? I mean, he's not. He's not the same third baseman. He's a better middle infielder because Machado doesn't play middle infield anymore. But you can't just sit Manny Machado and expect to have an identical defense every single night, in my opinion.
Well, hey, Manny's hurt. So, I mean, what are you going to do, John? It hurts
if he is, he is. I mean, it sucks.
And you said it's going to be interesting to watch this team the final 30 whatever games. Because now that it's done, you're going to see our guys going to actually play this thing out. Are they going to just say 1, 2, 3 Cancun? You'll have a couple guys I think that will be like that, and it's going to be sad to watch, because they should have some pride and try to finish this thing strong. And I just don't feel it at all coming. They're it just. I mean, you get shut out tonight by a guy who couldn't get anybody out in his previous 4 starts. Yeah. And not only that, he looks unhittable. I mean, some of these at bats tonight, and I know the strike zone was shit, but like some of these at bats were just pathetic.
Okay, a couple of things. Hold on. Because there's some real life things in here. So earlier in the chat, Chad said he found out Saturday night he lost his brother, and people are saying, offering their condolences. As are we, Chad. And then he follows up saying, "Thanks, y'all. Appreciate the kind words. Timing is super crazy. We're gutted, but wife is giving birth to our son tomorrow. Complete whirlwind." So, Chad, we're thinking about your family.
Dude,
we're extremely happy about you and your wife having a child tomorrow, and we're terribly saddened to hear about the loss of your brother.
That's that's the worst thing ever, man. I'm so sorry, Chad. Kind of puts things in perspective. Me getting upset about Padres not hitting a baseball is like doesn't matter. Like it literally doesn't matter. But
Chad's a loyal viewer. Chad, we're thinking about you. Thanks for being with us here tonight. I want to get back to some of these supers. John and Jim with you. I'm in my house. Jim's in his car. Maurice Machado, thank you. Maurice says, can we just run it back with the same manager, GM, a few new guys like center fielder and first baseman, and pretend this never happened? I'm really interested, Jim, how they do run it back. Like, what does the 2024 roster look like? Because it's an interesting point. GM could be the same, manager may not. But core will be back, right? And like, what are they going to do to fix these issues?
I don't know, man. But hey, Ethan Salas hit a double tonight and a walk-off for the Missions.
Yeah, just kidding. Whatever we said yesterday about him.
Yeah, don't listen to John.
Don't listen to me.
I don't know, man. There needs to be some massive changes for this team, for this roster. And I'm not talking about like just signing a first baseman. Like center field, okay, first base. All right. You need like 3 or 4 different pitchers. There's potentially going to be a new manager, even though I don't agree with it. You're going to need to find a new closer. Is that going to be Robert Suarez? Do you trust Robert Suarez in the 9th inning? Like these are a lot of decisions that have to be made for next year's team. And at this point, there's no part of me that says next year's team I feel is going to be better because they're losing a lot and they have to replace a lot with very little resources to do that because they put so much in to these. Oh no.
What happened?
My car, it decided it just shut off. I have no more light. I'm done. Oh my gosh.
Well, you could just hang out with us in the pitch black.
Is this okay?
Yeah, I see your teeth.
Hold on. Oh, my car
Go
literally...
into AutoZone. Do the show from AutoZone. And ask if they want to sponsor it.
The show from outside AutoZone?
You just do it in AutoZone.
No, I don't want to go to AutoZone.
Why not? Get in the zone.
Oh, no, there's people coming to my car.
What do you mean? What is happening? Now you're just on the street?
I don't know. Yes.
Get under a light, a lamp light.
No, I can't do that. There's like homeless people across the street. I can't go over there.
Bring them on.
No.
Okay. Well, let me get to another super while you
figure
out your look.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Jim will be right back, apparently. JT Snot, thank you. Who the hell knows what's going on with Jim, by the way? Like, what the hell is going on with Jim? Seriously. I mean, I guess I give him credit for being here, considering he's doing the show from his car in the pitch black. JT Snod says, we need to tank more to force Seidler's hand. Is that really what it's going to take, guys? I mean, the hand should already kind of be forced. I mean, is the difference going to be, well, they won 79 games, so you got to believe in us in 2024, as opposed to, well, they won 71 games. Like, to me, it's, an indiscernible difference. Like, if you are out of the postseason, you're out of the postseason with this roster. I don't care if it's 80 wins, 75 wins, 83 wins, 73 wins. And it'll be somewhere in there. Be between I mean, what are they, 7 under? So it'll be between 75 wins and 84 wins, right? 84 seems extremely optimistic, but you get my point. So he knows what's going on. I mean, he's seeing this firsthand like we all are. And he has a lot of time to process this because this team has never been trending towards the postseason this year and is not now. So he's processing this. I don't know how he deals with it, but there's no question that he's processing it. And he's seeing the same things we are. And I don't think he's sitting there saying, hey, we're 7 under, but if we were 11 under, I'd make changes. I don't think it has to do anything with the final result, assuming the final result is not the postseason for the Padres, because it's just not good enough. And again, he's backed his GM publicly. We'll see if he does again once the season comes to an end. I'd be led to believe he will, but people change their minds based on more evidence and data, right? And perspective and time and processing. So we'll see what happens at the end of the year. Joshua, thank you. He says, I love you both and thank you for getting me through the season, but it just feels sickening when the season ends. All we got is we hit balls hard and play great defense. The conversation about, and thank you, Joshua, like this conversation about they got unlucky. They have a good run differential. Their defensive run saved, right, is elite. AJ Preller's talked about that. It's an elite defensive team. I think it has been by and large this year. Nobody wants to hear any of it, right? I mean, maybe you'd want to hear it if you were like an A's fan or a Royals fan. And you said, you know what? There's some good things here. Oh, Lord. Wait.
I'm at AutoZone.
Can you get the sign in the shot to give them some promotion?
Some pub.
No,
I'm at Advanced Auto Parts. Here we go.
Oh, it's not even AutoZone.
Advanced Auto Parts. There's also a Pet Boys over here. Hold on.
Do you want to interview one of the workers and get their thoughts on the Padres?
Hold on, it's still here. Hold on, we got Pet Boys. Boom.
So wait, is Advanced Auto Parts open right now?
No, it's closed.
So you're legitimately just outside these establishments. This is basically loitering, I think.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so Jim is breaking the law to bring you wrap-up show content tonight.
You'll never get this content anywhere else, all right?
Do you have a feeling on the whole, hey, they've hit balls hard this year and they play great defense? And, I mean, there's nothing good to take away from this season, correct?
Hassan Kim is the only thing to take away from this season that's good. I think someone's following me.
No, they're not, are they?
Someone's legit following me.
Who?
Someone's legit following me.
Is it like the security guard?
I don't know.
What, do you think you're hiding? It's not a very good spot.
I don't know what to do.
Is it a Padres fan?
No.
This is kind of like Blair Witch.
This might be the most random wrap-up show we've ever done.
Oh, you think? Eliminate the word might, dude. Are you good to hang out, Jim? What are you doing?
Change the background. Change the background.
Oh, you're right. My bad. I got it.
Remember my first time doing the wrap-up show?
Jesus. I don't even know what to say. Joshua, I mean, your point's valid. I mean, it's sickening because they're going to finish on the outside looking in, and nothing else is going to matter. I'm with you on Hassan Kim. Jim, you're right. I mean, it's been a great year for Hassan Kim, but collectively it hasn't. Let me get to this super from Tom, Jim, who says, Ethan Salas walk-off double in Double-A debut. Yeah, we touched on it, Tom, briefly earlier. 1 for 4, ripped that ball, good at bat, saw 7 or 8 pitches. Kind of crazy, 17-year-old. Could they call him up, Jim, in 10 days, September 1st? Just say, screw it. He's 17, put him in the big leagues.
Yeah, screw it, right? Just put him in the big leagues and make sure everyone forgets about this horseshit season.
I have a feeling the police are going to come.
You have a feeling? Like, they're going to come, dude. Just like spiders everywhere.
You should have gone to the office. You live like 9 minutes away.
I should have. You're absolutely right. But I didn't. That's my fault. So instead, I'm giving you a show outside of auto parts and
Dude.
Pet Boys.
Okay, Alex, thank you for the super. But come on, Alex, you know this. Are you just come on?
No chance,
No
Alex.
way.
No chance. I still think Peter
no
Seidler
way.
has done a fantastic job here, and like he's actually spending money. The owner of the second-rate team in LA doesn't spend money, so like there's a huge difference there. Now the problem is maybe Peter Seidler kind of is a little reckless with spending money, and maybe should not have spent some money elsewhere, or should not have spent money in places that he didn't really need to. But at the end of the day, it's his money. He spent. He's going to get 60-plus sellouts at Petco Park this year. And
he's not moving the team.
Yeah.
In fact, I mean, he's doing everything to kind of win. I mean, he listen, you can be critical of his decision to keep AJ Preller. That's fair. That's a fair criticism, but that's not everything in terms of his value to this organization. In our opinion, we'll see what happens at the end of the year. We don't really know. That's the thing. Richard, thank you, says Dodger fan here. Okay. Jim doing the show from his car is must-see television. To Chad, Godspeed, sir. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Thank you, Richard, for your support of Chad, for hanging out with us, despite the fact that you're a Dodger fan, and for your support of the channel. Okay. This was a two-parter from Alex. He says if he doesn't, I guess, get rid of AJ, he's not happy. Spanos level stuff. That might be a bit extreme, but he's saying if he keeps AJ.
If he keeps AJ and fires Bob Melvin, then Peter Seidler will then become part of the problem. That's how I view it.
Okay.
Because
we'll see.
At this point, it's like a wait and see. But
how far are you from me? Are you right across from an AutoZone or Advanced Auto?
Yes, dude, I am.
It can't be that shady.
There's a bar across the street. Want me to go in the bar?
Go to the bar. Get some. I want the man on the street reaction. What are Padres fans thinking right now?
Well, there's currently a man in the alleyway peeing. Want me to go ask that guy?
After he's done.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Wait, is that someone from the bar, or is that someone that like
a homeless person, bro?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alex, thank you again. He says we're going to watch Jim get mugged live. Hopefully not.
Well, if we did, then we have everything on film. We have everything documented and
Oh, look, Jim got mugged. Go get this guy wearing a mask.
Yeah, that'd be one way to create a viral video.
Gosh. We do need to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, in a moment. Andrew, thank you. He says, greatest John and Jim show ever.
Well, it's better than the game tonight.
This is way better than the game. Can you imagine? We wasted 3 hours on that. I watched the entire freaking game.
Every fucking pitch I watched.
And nothing happened. There was a Soler, 600-foot home run. There were an RBI ground out and an error. After the solo home run, the game was over. It's crazy.
That was a bomb, dude. That was a straight up, no one's Trent Grisham's in the outfield like this. Ball's hit, and he doesn't move.
Oh, he didn't even move.
No.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good.
At first, I kind of thought after he made that, he pimped it. I thought Snell was going to get upset with that, but I'm glad he didn't. I mean, dude, you can pimp a home run. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. JD Gaucho, thank you again. He says Marcos, is it Castanon, who's in AA, 3 for 5 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. Future UCSB Padre. JD Gaucho is a UCSB grad. Could be. I don't know a ton about what's going on in AA, other than the fact that there's a ton of prospects now. Merrill, Salas, others playing right now in AA. So it's encouraging, right? Higher level of the minor leagues than, Fort Wayne or Lake Elsinore. What's that?
It's encouraging.
I mean, are we going to be like, hey, the missions are really good. Go missions.
I mean, no, we're not turning this channel into missions wrap-up show.
Can you imagine? Moises, thank you. He says Jim's internet has never looked better.
5G speed, baby.
Yeah, it does look really good. It does. Okay, let's take a brief timeout. You can resituate yourself if you want. We're going to get to the supers in a moment. Click the $ below the chat box. Thank you. Please subscribe to this channel and our brand new John and Jim channel. You can subscribe to the John and Jim channel by clicking the link in the description down below. I know a few of you have actually done that here tonight. We do want to remind you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, who can insure everything, but basically Jim, probably. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance is a great insurance agent. You can take that from us. I've got a homeowner's, earthquake, and life insurance policy with Mark. He can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance over to him. Here's the website for Mark on your screen. You can click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes online, or just call Mark. He'll give you free quotes. He'll talk to you about the Padres struggles. He's got great service and communication. I had to file a claim last year. We had a flood in here. It would have been a disaster without the support and help of Mark, who saved us so much time and literally thousands of dollars. He can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance, whatever it is, auto, home, life, earthquake, renters. Before you renew, call Mark or go to his website by clicking the link in the description down below. If you're looking for a new policy, get in contact with Mark. If you support our channel, please support our local title sponsor who's been with us since day one, Mark Nimitz.
Yeah, all this information's above my head. M. Nimitz
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, right there. M. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
People are saying, a lot of people are saying, like,
this from AutoZone.
People are saying, like, be careful. Yeah, you'll be fine. You're a tough guy. Look at you, man.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. It's not overly late yet. 10-10. No turning point. Thank you for the super. He says, if Ohtani was on roster, same results, organizational issue? Great question. Would love to see it play out. Would be fascinated by that. I'm not overly convinced they'd be the best team in baseball with Shohei Ohtani. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'd be great. I don't know.
Which one player going to fix everything?
Yeah. I mean, look at the Angels.
John, they just need to be lucky. They need to be more lucky than they are this year, which is not lucky. They're unlucky this year. They need to be lucky next year. That's how the team is going to be fixed. Just have a lucky season. Just get luckier.
Yeah, maybe next year they'll get really lucky.
Yeah, just get luckier. It's okay.
By the way, Anthony says the Ohtani show last year still ranks as the greatest John and Jim show. But this is close. I don't know. I'll take this because I couldn't sleep after the Ohtani show. God, thanks, Jim, for clipping that.
You literally were freaking out to the point where you didn't know how to act. You're like,
it impacted me for roughly 96 hours consecutively.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. Alex, thank you again. He says, "What's that?"
All of Japan hated you.
I think
fantastic lighting. I'm in fantastic. I'm gonna start doing the show from right here from now on. This is fantastic lighting, everybody.
You know what? I like that. Just get a desk, put your laptop there. Just leave leave the laptop there. Just come back every night.
No, I get stolen. It'll be fine.
That's hilarious, Alex. There's a crazy man talking to his phone officers. He's just yelling about the Padres.
Imagine somebody at the corner right now watching me do this, and then take a picture of me, and they're like, "What the fuck is Jim doing?"
Dude, I love this. Imagine Darren and Marty doing a show by an AutoZone alley.
That is a first. This is a first. This is a first.
It's definitely
doing a show
first.
At an auto parts store in a Pep Boys.
This is amazing. I don't even know. I don't even know what we've talked about. I mean, all we've talked about is Jim being at AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts or O'Reilly's.
It's better than the stupid fucking Padres. I'll tell you that.
I just think that the general takeaway tonight is that they're done, and I mean that's my sentiment. Just listen to this real quick, Jim, just to put it fully in perspective. Now, again, if the Cubs and Diamondbacks are tied for the second and third wild cards, but Cincinnati and San Francisco are a half game behind them. Miami is 1 game behind them. You have 5 teams for 2 spots within a game. 5 teams within 1 game. Think about that. That's incredible. 5 teams within 1 game. And then the Padres, 5 or more games behind 5 teams. It doesn't, to me, who's the outlier? It's the Padres. When you put in the hunt, remove San Diego until they get to 500. Because everyone else is over 500. So remove San Diego until they get to 500 is how I look at it.
Yeah, it's over.
Okay. I like that. What's happening?
People are coming into the parking lot right now.
People. To do what? Maybe they recognize you from the show.
I don't know.
You're on the move. Go back to your car. Go sit in the dark.
I don't want to sit in the dark. This lighting is immaculate right here.
Yeah, but we don't need you getting mugged.
No, but it'd be funny.
Oh, yeah, great. We're in the content game.
I'm just kidding.
If you have a chance to interview someone, I'd enjoy that.
I do not want to go up to a random person and ask them about the
Yeah,
Padres.
it's true. And you need to get like their express written consent. Have them sign a waiver to go on the wrap-up show. Style Clash, thank you. He says, call your shot, guys. Is Snell a Padre next year? Jim?
No shot.
Yeah, I say no.
None.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, you want Hassan Kim long term. You want Juan. So I don't know what you want. We talked about this today. Hader, Soto, Kim, Snell. I mean, maybe you get to keep one of those players, maybe two. Not all four. I know that.
No, definitely not.
You know, there's no way. There's no way.
No.
Yeah, I don't see it. What'd you say?
So no chance.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, we had an amazing comment today from Dan Zaborski at Fangraphs, who literally
just like dropped
this
his
is like
nugget.
The biggest by the way, we should turn that into like a short or something. Don't do it from inside, not from like Advanced Auto Parts or wherever. But because Jim was like, yo, Kim's a $20 million a year player. And I'm like, yeah, he's playing like that this year. I'm like, I don't know if he gets that. I'm thinking maybe he's like 15, 3-4 years. I don't want to give this guy 10 years because stop at the 10-year deals. And Dan Zaborski's like, it's better than Dansby Swanson. He'll get better than Dansby Swanson money, which is 7 for 177, which is 25 a year. And he said he's getting 150 plus Hassan Kim. So he's getting that from who?
If they let him walk and then they keep Xander and then Kim is doing what he's doing with whatever team he's on, like that's going to look so bad.
I mean, they got 150 for him? 150?
No, I don't think they do. And the thing with like the spending money of this team is everybody wants them to spend money. It's about, can they spend smart money?
Right.
And Preller has never spent smart money. Was signing Xander Bogaerts to a $280 million contract for 11 years fun and exciting? Like, yeah, at the time, and it was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. But was it the smartest thing to do? No.
Let me answer that.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Like 11 years to a 31-year-old. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who I thought last year was just a dip, and he was going to go right back to a 25, 100, 300, 850 OPS year. But the guy that Xander Bogaerts is this year, I think is closer to what you're going to be getting for the remainder of this contract.
This year?
Like, maybe you might get a season where he has like an 840 OPS or something.
Right. And
but
then
I
he
don't
reverts. Yeah.
I don't envision a guy that will ever be in the 900 OPS for a full season that has 600 plus plate appearances. I don't envision a guy hitting 25 to 30 bombs. I just don't. I mean, he might hit around 300, but he's going to have a very low OPS. And by low, I mean like 750, 760. And at the end of this deal, it might look like a disaster.
When is the last time Juan Soto had I think it's called a hit, like when the ball lands and you reach the base?
Yeah, I those things. I don't recall him having one of those things.
He's had like one.
One? That's not bad.
Listen to Soto. Soto 0 for 4, Machado 0 for 4, 3 Ks. Bogarts 0 for 3, Tatis 0 for 2, 2 walks. Good luck,
Zero. Okay.
What'd you say?
It's better than zero.
Alex says somebody walks by Jim and gives him $1.
Okay.
I don't see that happening. Would you? But you'd probably take it. It's a buck.
Like, oh, come this way. Follow me.
What happened there? You kind of did a lap to make sure you weren't being followed.
Yeah. I might have to go.
You can go.
Okay. Godspeed.
Dude, we'll check in with enter the chat at some point and let us know you're okay.
Dude, I'm right across the street from my house. I'm fine.
Okay.
But I kind of...
It's getting weird.
It's getting kind of weird. All right. Peace out. Peace out. Bye, everybody.
Like, Jim, peace. My life. Jim's life. Our lives. Watching this nightly. Moises, thank you. Says keeping Hader and Snell was baseball OPS negligence. Or baseball ops. I'm like, OPS. What's that have to do with Hader and Snell? Yeah, I mean, listen, everyone heard what I had to say about it. I was super critical of it. I would have traded them. I thought the writing was on the wall. The team is who they were after 100 games. They haven't discernibly changed. If anything, they're not as good here in the second half. I understand trying to hold on for the fans, but ultimately, what do I think is better for the fan base and for the organization is getting pieces back for those players, especially if you're going to lose them, obviously. So, those are, you could have received something real for those players, especially Blake Snell. I mean, close to a haul in terms of a rental as you're going to get. Hader would have been a real return, and they elected not to. They're trying to chase down something that was going to be really hard to chase down, even with good play. Maybe with good play, they could have done it because nobody has fully run away with this thing in the National League. But yeah, on the other side of this, holding on to those players, if they do not keep them, is something that will be discussed a lot this offseason by Padres fans. Simple as that. And I think it is a fair critique of the organization, and it's something that could potentially set them back, especially when you consider the payroll issues the Padres are going to have moving forward, where they could have found some pieces that could have been controllable by getting rid of, major league talent like Blake Snell, who's having a year as good as basically anyone in the National League. Okay, we're going to get back to the chat in a moment. If you're here, please subscribe. Padres fall to the Marlins tonight. If you're here, thank you for your support with the Super Chats as well. John Schaefer with you right now. Again, Jim, who the hell knows where Jim is? Maybe he'll be back, maybe not. Hopefully I'll get an update on my phone from Jim, and I'll pass that along at some point shortly. We do want to remind you about our partner here on the Wrap-Up Show, Aura. Great local company. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge supporter of our work and this channel. He's a lifelong Padres fan. He is a native San Diegan. He's been with us for the better part of 2 years. Their products are all plant-based nutritional supplements. If you're looking to get healthier, the place to turn is Aura by clicking the link in the description down below. I just got a text from Jim. I'll let you know what it says in a moment. That's called a tease. ORA.organic, all plant-based nutritional products. If you're looking to get healthier, please start with Aura. I take their probiotic for digestion, heart health, mental clarity. For working with Jim, I need it because I work with Jim every single day. It's a great product. They have proteins for after workouts. They have pre-workout supplements. They have omega-3 oils. If you're taking a fish oil, take the omega-3 oil from our friends over at Aura. They have sleep pills, immunity pills, and much, much more. All of it is available by clicking the link in the description down below or by going to ORA.organic. If you support our work, please support a local business in our community, ORA.organic. That is Aura. And thank you, Will, for your continual support of the Wrap-Up Show. Jim just texted me help, which you shouldn't do unless you're serious. So I just wrote back. I waited till I did the Aura read. I just wrote back, are you serious? Did this not pull up? I thought I had added this. Oh, maybe I didn't pull that up. My bad. You can't text me help unless you need help, is the way I look at it. And I said, are you serious? He wrote back, no. This is Jim in a nutshell. One time Jim is seriously going to need someone's help and nobody's going to go get up off their couch because it's Jim and nobody's going to believe him, is the way I look at it. Jim is such an idiot, isn't he? For me, again, I'm going to continue to harp on how you get here in August is hard to possibly even wrap your head around. I mean, there is so much time in the season, relatively speaking. I mean, 35 games is 20% of the 20% of the season is 32.2 games. There's over 20% of the season remaining. And essentially, we've punted on it. And not because that's our stance, it's because of their play and their performances. And I don't know how you can have a different opinion at this point, other than it's not going to be their year. I just don't know how we can have a different opinion than that. I think it's, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, I think it's far more likely the Padres get caught from behind by a team like the Nationals than it is that they pass really any of these teams: Miami, San Francisco, Cincinnati, Arizona, or Chicago. Who disagrees with that? I think it's far more likely they get caught from behind by a team like, Washington. I'd be surprised maybe by the Mets. St. Louis, who knows? You still play them 7 times. So I think it's at least an outside possibility. But what's more likely? The Nationals overcome a game and a half on San Diego, or the Padres overcome 5 games on Miami, 5.5 on San Francisco or Cincinnati, or 6 games on Arizona and or the Chicago Cubs? I think it's pretty simple from where I see it. And they're just incredibly frustrating. And it's like they find new ways to not do anything on offense. They fool you. They have moments. They have games, right? But then they revert. And it's not to say Jesus Luzardo's not capable of being a good pitcher. He is. And I think he probably was good tonight, regardless of lineup. I think he probably would have been effective tonight in the big leagues, but nothing. Off a guy that allowed 8 home runs in his last 3 starts with a 12 ERA, nothing. Like literally nothing. 6 innings, 2 hits. And oh, by the way, you get Sandy Alcantara tomorrow, the reigning National League Cy Young Award winner, who's pitched really well in his last 5 outings or something like that. When we talked to Craig Mish, who covers the Marlins. So tomorrow is no walk in the park. And you might be saying, well, you know what, John, you guys overreact. Marlins are good. They're vying for a playoff spot. Jesus Luzardo is a capable big league pitcher, and all that's fair. But, Vegas isn't in the business of being wrong, and Vegas had the Padres as a minus 175 favorite tonight against the Marlins. Padres are routinely heavy favorites at home, yet routinely, losing half their games at home. So I don't know what it's going to look like tomorrow. Alcantara, Lugo. My guess is the Marlins would be a road favorite, would be my guess. Something like, we'll see. It'll probably be Padres like minus 115. But I mean, I could absolutely see it something like Marlins minus 115, 120, if not more than that, with Alcantara pitching well on the mound. And at some point, to everyone's collective point, it's not that the Padres are going to quit. Who knows? They could. I mean, it's not that they're going to go in the tank. It's possible. But what I think is more likely is that the organization is going to make decisions that don't necessarily prioritize winning, because the writing's going to be on the wall. And they're going to elect to not rush Joe Musgrove back. They're going to elect to, have Manny Machado DH more often here down the stretch. There's probably a reason for it. It's his elbow. Maybe Fernando Tatis Jr. sees more time in center field. Maybe a September call-up or 2. You can only have 2, by the way. Rosters expand from 26 to 28. Maybe someone that wouldn't normally see playing time gets playing time, specifically in the second half of September. So while they're not quitting, don't get me wrong, baseball teams routinely use the strategy I'm suggesting. But as it becomes more clear and evident that this team is going nowhere but home after 162, they're going to make some determinations based on not just 2023, but their future. Right? They'll give at bats to players that wouldn't otherwise get them. They might give a start to someone who wouldn't otherwise start. They may use a reliever that they wouldn't otherwise use in that spot, because they then have one eye on 2024. So we'll know it when we see it. I don't think we're there. I don't think we're there as of yet. I don't think Machado's not playing in the field because the Padres are 6 games under 500, now 7. I think he's got legitimately an elbow situation. But again, they're going to be more conservative, right? Or more cautious, I think is the right word, actually, as this continues. If the Padres remain 5, 6, 7 or more games under 500. And by the way, Alcantara Wednesday, Brandon Woodruff sub 3 ERA Friday. None of this is easy. The only thing that in theory is quote unquote easy or easier is if you somehow turned it on over the last couple of weeks and into the next couple of weeks and got to the final 15 games where you play teams that are at or below 500 and say, you know what, we got a shot because we played well the last couple of weeks. We've put ourselves in position, but this isn't going to cut it. You can't be 5 out with 15 to play, trying to hop multiple teams and make the postseason. There's just no way to do that. Niles, thank you, man, for your super. He says they can't hit the worst pitchers in baseball. They are not being prepared properly for these games. Talent randomly carries them. Bad coaching staff. It's a sentiment, Niles, that I think a lot of Padres fans probably share. It's hard to truly get to the bottom of this in terms of the accountability and, where the blame truly lies. I think it's probably organizationally or organizational wide, whether it's from the front office to the coaching staff to the players and even more, if you want to talk about maybe some of the missteps even that Peter Seidler has made here this year. I don't know if it's a lack of preparation. I mean, Bob Melvin has managed a lot of very good teams in terms of winning close games, including the 2022 Padres. It just hasn't worked. I don't know why. I don't think it's because they are cutting corners. I don't think that's the reasoning. I don't think it's for a lack of effort. But it has not paid any dividends, to your point. And you are right. There are times where it's not Luzardo. It's someone with 3 big league starts and a 7 ERA that carves him up, or someone else with no wins and a 6.91 that shoves. And that's incredibly frustrating. And I actually put on the players before I put on the coaching staff, but I agree that the coaching staff can't be, is culpable. They're liable, because I think everyone at the end of the year, at the end of this mess, is going to be held liable. Of course, players can only be held to some, you can't get rid of players as easy as you can coaches. So oftentimes it's the coaches that take the fall, where in reality, it should actually be the players. And I don't know what's going to happen with Bob Melvin, Niles, but Niles shares the sentiment that a lot of Padres fans share. I think there is a belief among fans, beat writers, those that cover Major League Baseball professionally. I think there's probably a belief that Manny Machado won't be back, or not Manny Machado, Bob Melvin. It's been a long day. There's a belief that Bob Melvin probably won't be back in 2024. I tend to believe that without the inside information, because they're not going to extend him, and it hasn't worked. And when it doesn't work and you have a $300 million payroll or $250, managers change. It's as simple as that. That's professional sports. That's Major League Baseball. Padres won't be the first team to go with that strategy. A number of teams obviously have done that. In terms of things like heart, analytics, it's all fair game. I think everything should be looked at, analytically. What are they doing compared to other teams in the big leagues? Clubhouse dynamic should be, they should put a magnifying glass to it. What is the root cause of these struggles? Why is it that when they trail, they lose? Why is it they have the 4th fewest come from behind wins in baseball, and the other teams are like the A's and the Royals? It's a reflection of the way that they've played. It's not just dumb luck. There may be some randomness and dumb luck in there. It is sport. It is life. Things do happen. That's fair. But over 162 for 130 games, they've had just really bad luck. That's hard for, I think, a lot of Padres fans to fathom. And it's hard for me to fully just excuse it away. And I don't think Peter Seidler will do that. I don't think AJ Preller will do that. I think they're going to have to take accountability. I don't think you draw 3.2 million fans and don't hold yourself accountable. And I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if Seidler's going to get rid of Preller. I find that likely unlikely. But somebody's got to be accountable for the performances on field from this team. And for some, fortunately, they'd say, hey, Bob Melvin's got to go. I'd say it's probably misdirected, but I understand it. He's liable. He's responsible. And I don't think it's been his best year managing in the big leagues either. Guys, as I do remind you, if you're looking for a place to play fantasy sports, you should do so with our friends at underdogfantasy.com, the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWREP. You will get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, underdogfantasy.com. You can click that link in the description down below. You can go to the Underdog Fantasy app or underdogfantasy.com. They have daily Major League Baseball drafts starting at $3. Daily drafts. You can draft for tomorrow's games. You can draft or auto draft. They'll take care of the rest. No waivers, no trades. They set your lineup. Simple, easy. You can win. Then they have the daily pick'ems going on across all sports. Simple, higher or lower propositions. Essentially, will Manny Machado have more than a half total base? Will Sandy Alcantara have higher or lower 5.5 strikeouts? You can play right now at underdogfantasy.com. Use promo code PODSWRAP. You'll get a 100% deposit match up to $100 by using promo code PADSWRAP. Again, a 100% deposit match up to $100. You don't have to deposit $100. You can deposit as little as $10. Take advantage of that opportunity and that offer right now by clicking the link in the description down below. I don't know if it's missing out. I was really impressed by Skip Schumacher. We've had a couple of chances to talk to him, whether it was on the radio or even on the wrap-up show. We talked to him a couple of years ago. I don't know what would have happened in an alternate universe. We'll never know. This was a Padres team that last year was in the NLCS. I think Bob Melvin, by most accounts, received really good grades for what he did with the Padres in 2022, and he's not getting those same grades in 2023. I don't know what would have happened if Skip Schumacher managed the 2022 Padres or this 2023 team as well. He's in the right spot at the right time, right? I mean, it's as simple as that for Schumacher. It's the right team for him to be guiding. Ship has likely sailed on Schumacher becoming the next manager of the Padres, and I don't know where they're going to turn. Is it another veteran manager? Is it not a first-time manager, but a second-time manager who's more mid-career, where Melvin is more, latter half of his career? I'd be surprised at first-time manager. I'd be surprised if Melvin was back. At the end of the day, is it the most critical component to the Padres winning or losing in 2024? Probably not. It gets a lot of attention. I don't know how crucially important it is. And truthfully, I don't know if the Padres would be better with Skip Schumacher or not. I can't guarantee they wouldn't be 60 and 67 if Skip Schumacher was the manager. And that's with all due respect. It's just this team has not performed. These players have not come through, unfortunately, this year. And I can't put that all on Melvin, nor can I give Bob Melvin all the credit for the Padres' accomplishments back in 2022. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it here for tonight. Do want to remind you, if you're with us on the wrap-up show, please subscribe year-round content for Padres fans. Also, please subscribe to our brand new John and Jim channel by clicking the link in the description down below. We have daily, Monday through Friday, weekday content for you, talking a lot of Padres baseball from 3 to 6 p.m. Click that link in the description down below. Please subscribe to our brand new John and Jim YouTube channel. In addition to that, smash the like button for me right now. Follow me on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. If you're here on replay, thank you so much for the super thanks. And again, thank you for your support of our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our title sponsor. Any insurance need, before you do anything, contact Mark by clicking the link in the description down below. Ora.organic. If you're looking to get healthier with your plant-based nutritional supplements, click on the link in the description down below or go to ORA.organic. And again, we just told you about Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. You will get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Padres shut out by the Marlins. I'm saying it's over. We shall see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Join us tomorrow on the radio at 3 p.m. and join us tomorrow night for the wrap-up show as well. For Jim, wherever the hell he is, I'm John. This has been the wrap-up show.